make it. There's no reason why to celebrate. I've been trying everywhere. So is it the 20th? Or no? Yeah.
Ah, the sound of the loud slap of the puck on the glass, sailing high over the net from our 14U players. That must mean it's time for another game on another weekend in another town. Good morning, Raptors families. Welcome back to Raptors Bantam. Single A hockey coming to you live this morning from Washington, D.C., or one of its suburbs. Loudoun, Reston, Ashburn, they're all the same. We're coming at you from the Ion Training Center this morning, Game 1 of this President's Day weekend My Hockey Tournament. Thanks for joining us, and happy Valentine's Day. Whether your Valentine is right beside you or far away at some hockey tournament. Maybe you don't have a Valentine, and that's totally fine too. But happy Valentine's Day to all those who do. Your Raptors, 2 stories right now for these Raptors, sitting at first place in the ACHC. That's the good news. Looking good in our tournament, our conference standings. However, overall record 29, 19, and 3. Just barely over 500. Been a tough few weeks for the Raptors. We're on a 5-game losing streak. Our last 10 right now, 2-5 and 3. Hopefully we can be the team today that we know that we can be and turn this thing around. I think this weekend we're going to face these teams, all 3 of them, that we are currently slated to play are right where we are from a My Hockey ranking standpoint, or potentially maybe 1 or 2 points only better than us. So it should be a good challenge for us this weekend. We're going to start out with the Capitals Academy. Over on the right side of the ice, wearing white. Capitals Academy, currently 23rd in the state of Virginia. Their last 10, they're 6-2 and 2, with the My Hockey ranking of 77.14. So just a smidge over us in the rankings. Or as I like to call that, opportunity.
Wyatt he spotted me earlier for
So we'll get underway here just in a minute. Your Raptors wearing their away blue, moving from left to right on the ice. And we'll find out which of our netminders will be taking the pipes in just a minute.
His mom just sent me a contact information, and I was going to give that to Bud. He's got his own little device, so he can get their number. They can talk. Because I think I was just talking to my team manager. It's like, I don't know what we're doing today outside of watching the Yes game. And we've got like a 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm sure you guys have like the same. Yeah. You know where they're at? Yeah, that's what people were saying.
All right, we're going to go with 13 minutes on the clock. Line one is out, and we are underway with Shabbat, Snyder, Moore, White, Bledsoe. Early shot from the point. Not a problem for Emma Russell, who's starting in net for the Raptors. Face off just outside the offensive zone. One back to Moore. Moore looking to connect with Snyder. Snyder chips it forward into the offensive zone. Capitals pick it up. Stretch pass. Across the neutral zone. Clean entry. Right to the slot. Shot sails high. I was just talking about that, wasn't I? Shot just sailed high over the net. And now White battling for that puck in the corner. Capitals come away with it. They try to set up in the corner. They got a man down in front of the net. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on there with Morsey. It's good to see that this early. And Capitals regroup for a dump and chase. They actually go for a change. That's going to be icing. Now we got line two out here. Hernandez taking this face off with Schulteis to the right. He's got Slater and Sega back on defense. And then Quimby over to the far left. Hernandez in the corner. Centers one, looking for Quimby. He had him, but that pass was bouncing. And Quimby could not settle it and get a shot off. Hernandez using the point. Wow, one-timer there by Sega. I'm not a huge fan of those one-timers, but Noah Seguin just proved me wrong. That was on net. Good hard shot from a pass from the corner. Hopefully a good sign of things to come. Capitals now coming up on the left side. Behind the net. Looking to center it. They do. Passes. Received. Shot sails wide. And the Raptors dodged a bullet there. And Schulteis intercepts a pass and gets the puck up to Quimby and Sega. Hard shot on net. Soden, the general, on the ice now for the Raptors. He chases that one into the corner and loses it. Capitals stretch pass. Up the ice, that one's going to deflect off of the boards and make its way all the way to the net. Ezel sends it up for Flood. Flood, good pressure, keeps it in the zone. He's working with Cammers. Ezel, long reach, good poke check. Breaking up that transition through the neutral zone. Saunders on the forecheck. Sends a flippy shot up to the goalie. It sails just over the net. Soden loses the puck on the point, and here come the Capitals. Right side of the ice. Hard shot. Goal! So the Capitals take an early lead here on a breakaway and kind of a tough angle shot there, but a rifle of a shot on the right side. And now we're back to line one on the ice with this time Jenkins and Silcott back on D. Back to Silcott. Silcott takes his time, controls the puck and looks up to Snyder. Snyder loses it on the blue line, and the Capitals trying to set something up. They send it up the ice. That's a deflection. No icing. Silcott, Jenkins back behind the net. Little miscommunication there between the two, and now Silcott comes away with it. Chips it out of the zone up to Shabbat. Shabbat, he's got Bledsoe in front of him. Bledsoe puts the puck back behind the net. Capitals back to chase. One-touch pass across the high slot, and now the Capitals bringing the puck over the red line and dumping it. Good pressure by Shabbat there. Capitals go for a change. Jenkins up to Snyder. Snyder across to Bledsoe, passed it right behind him. And the Capitals come away with it. Back into the zone they go. Cross ice pass. Jenkins over to Silcott. Shabbat comes away with it. Skates the puck on his own up the left side. Brings it to the middle. Tries to find Snyder. He does. Snyder turns and shoots one. Sails wide. Now, off the post. Sidney White with a good hard shot from the blue line. And that one goes off to the right post. And the goalie is over there giving some love to the red pipe. So, Raptors almost with a game-tying goal there. Good to see the Raptors use their points this early. That's the second good shot from the left point. And it appears that Sidney White's wrist is back in, or his hand is back into prime health. You could tell his shot was looking a little subpar for him last weekend, but that was a great shot he just sent. Hernandez lines up. Schulteis goes down. Hernandez picks up the puck and takes it into the zone. Capitals dump it into the neutral zone. Morrissey is there to pick it up. He gets jammed up on the right side with Hernandez. That's going to be a trip against the Capitals, and the Capitals are going to go to the box. Raptors with the first power play of this game. Shabbat, Bledsoe, and Snyder line one with Slater and Sega back on defense. Bledsoe looking for Shabbat behind the net. They don't connect, and the Capitals come away with it. Capitals send it up the ice. That's going to be an icing. And we're going to let the clock run down for just a second to catch up. Shabbat lines up. Snyder to his right. Wins that one over to Bledsoe. Capitals pick his pocket though. And here they come. Over the red line and chipped up into the zone. Sega back behind the net. Looks up for Shabbat. Shabbat, nice move on the boards. Uses his feet. Takes it himself all the way into the left side. Into the corner. Needs to find someone. He finds Snyder. Snyder, good shot right into the chest of the Capitals goalie. So with about 40 seconds left here on this power play, Hernandez lines up with Schulteis and Quimby for this offensive zone faceoff. Schulteis back to Moore. Moore shoots one. Quimby extends his stick looking to get a deflection, but can't connect. Still in the zone. Back to Quimby on the blue line. Raptors are bunched up a little bit. Moore chips it forward. Now Quimby on the point. He whips one. Picks it up himself, though. Takes it into the corner and centers one over to Schulteis. Schulteis went for the one-timer. He whipped on that one. Good shot by White from a tough angle, though. Deflected by the goalie into the corner. Now we got the Capitals with the puck behind the net. Looking at their options. They shoot it up the ice to White. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And now White takes it himself on the left side. Gets it over the red line and shoots one. That goes right into the chest of the goalie. Easy save. Shot in that opportunity may have been better to be low, trying to get that rebound off of the pads. Flood talks to Saunders on the right side here. He's got Cammers to his left. Flood goes in hard to the corner. Puck comes out to Zell. Loses it on the blue line. And we're back the other way. So Soden, the general, with the puck, but then he loses it. And then goes for a big hit. Separates that man from the puck. Good physicality there. And Zell with his own hit there. Almost a trip, but no call. Oh, the Raptors struggling to get the puck out of the zone. They fumbled the puck right on the blue line and it stayed in. Shot from the right side, sails wide. Still back in our zone. Soden now with the puck. Gets it up to Saunders. Saunders, oh, he fumbles it. So the name of the game so far this shift is puck protection, as the Raptors are not able to protect the puck and maintain possession. Good save there by Soden. Puts one knee down and slides across the slot to make that save. And now Saunders with the puck. Reverses one up to the blue line, and it was still in the zone, but the Capitals skated it out of the zone themselves just to reset. So this line is jammed up. Finally, now Shavit's on the ice. Shavit, Snyder, fresh legs. Bledsoe now, Silcott and Jenkins. Silcott looks up, past to Bledsoe. Deflected deep into the offensive zone. Shavit now into the corner, looking for his options. He's got Bledsoe, who goes around the backside of the net. This one comes out to the point. Silcott jumps in, keeps that puck in his zone, comes away with it, and then punches it into the corner for Shavit. Shavit looks up. Oh, he had Bledsoe mid-slot on the left side, but couldn't put a blade on that puck. So now we're back in our defensive zone. Silcott battling behind the net. He wins it. Gets it up to Snyder. Snyder up to Hernandez. Raptors go for a change defensively. Slater on the ice now with the puck. Makes one move. Chips up to Hernandez. Hernandez looks for Bledsoe. He had him. And Bledsoe is able to deflect it into the zone. 3.5 minutes left in this first. Raptors down 0-1. Capitals controlling the puck now. Slater chips one over to Sega. Sega with the puck now, skating it himself. Right side of the ice. Here he comes. This is going to be a trip against the Capitals on that hit that just happened right in front of you when Noah Seguin went down. So that's going to give the Raptors their second power play. Let's see if we can capitalize on this one. See if we can capitalize on the Capitals. As opposed to a very lowercase play. Yuck, yuck. Here we go. Slater on the point. Walks it in. Looks for a deflection on that one. Hernandez gets his blade on it, but he pokes it wide. So now Quimby falls, diving for that puck. Quimby again in the corner. Hernandez steps in to help him out. The Capitals come away with it. Capitals chip it up into the air. And 1 versus 3. Walks it all the way into the zone. Seguin now. Cross ice. Dangerous pass. Worked out for him. Hernandez with the puck. Enters the zone. Turns. Fires one. Shot blocked by the defense of the Capitals Academy. Capitals send one up to the point. Sega gets there in time but loses it, giving the Capitals a breakaway on the right side. They get a little bit too much momentum and they stay wide. And by the time he shot that, it went into the side of the net.
So fat and it smells like shit. Yo, we're banning that quick.
23 seconds left on this power play. Let's see the Raptors do something. White behind the net. Left to right. Oh, sends it right up to Bledsoe, but that pass is intercepted by the Capitals. Now Morsey with the puck decides to take it to the middle. He deflects it over to the right to Shabbat, and then Bledsoe chases it into the corner. Shabbat comes away with it. Centers one, tries to center one, and actually goes off the post. And Shabbat again from the corner looks to put it into the middle. Somehow the goalie came away with that one. Shabbat put it up in the air as he centered it from the corner. Kind of a tough save for that goalie to make from that angle, but he did. So there goes that power play. And we'll see what the Raptors can do here with 5-on-5 hockey for the next minute and 20 seconds of this period. Moore shoots one. Shabbat had his stick up for that deflection. It may have been too high, but it doesn't matter because he couldn't make the connection with the puck. Snyder, good defensive play, intercepts the pass, takes it in the right side, sends it across the slot, and nobody there, so that one goes wide. Shabbat picks it up. We're going corner to corner here. Capitals come away with it, and Moore, right in front of the camera, able to win this one, get a poke check, and then deflect it up into the corner. Now Bledsoe's in the corner of the chase, and Moore steps up to help him out. Hopefully somebody's back on D. Yep, Snyder helps out White. And Snyder to White, and then up to Flood. Bledsoe has it, but Flood is offsides. So 26 seconds here left in the first. Flood's going to take this face off with Saunders on his right. Cammers to his left. He's got Ezel and Soden. Capitals control the puck. Easy entry into the zone on the left side. They center it, take a shot, sails wide to the right. 12 seconds left. Shot blocked by Soden, and then poked into the corner by the Capitals. So the Raptors find themselves down 0-1 after one to start this tournament this weekend. I will say overall better play than we're used to seeing. It seems like game one of these tournaments we always struggle to find our rhythm. I don't think we're doing terrible at this point.
Someplace you good at
Interesting fact, there's literally only 2 or 3 advertisements in this rink. Usually these rinks are littered with advertisements. Odd. Somebody's got the monopoly on the advertisement sector here. All right, back to line 2 for the Raptors, and they skipped line 4 and went right back to line 1 on defense.
Let's go, Noah!
So that stinks for Jack and for Ed, but we got Slater and Seguin here on defense now.
Let's go, Noah!
Dude, I'm talking about last season. You
Ooh, kind of a tough hit there as Seguin goes right into the boards at the bench. And with that hit, I mean, he went right into the glass, right into the side sheet at the end of the bench, which is where a lot of injuries tend to happen. So Coach Rick comes out to take a look, see how Noah's doing. It's like he's skating off on his own accord, but he's also holding his head. I'm sorry, that was Slater, not Seguin. I had my sides mixed up. That was Liam Slater who went down.
were getting pictures for the. My mom was pulling out pictures for the.
So hopefully he's okay. Raptors with Soden, and Soden steps in, so we got Stoughton and Seguin back on defense now. Soden chases that one into the corner. Sega dumps it for him. Now Sega in the corner. He's got time and space. He takes it, coming right at you. Drop pass to Schulteis. Schulteis right in the middle. Tries to go right to left, but that move is picked off. And now we got a breakaway the other direction. Russell steps up. She saw that odd man advantage and stepped up to cut off the angle there. He had a lot of speed and couldn't control the puck as well as she wanted to, so she jumped right on it. Great job by Emma Russell reading that play. So defense goes for a change. This time we got Ezel and Silcott now. So the defensive lines are going to be a little wonky until we figure out what's up with Slater. Snyder's got the puck, right side of the zone, plays with it, loses it, tries to chip it out, but the Capitals are there. Ezel picks off a pass and chips it up to Chabot. And Capitals, Silcott holds one on the point. Quite an acrobatic move there by Jack to keep that puck in the zone and put it deep. Now he's got one from the point, shoots it, sails just wide to the right. And the Capitals panic and send one down the ice. Silcott's close enough. They're going to call no icing on this one. He uses the glass, gets this one up to Ezel. Bledsoe. Bledsoe punches it forward. And then we got a loose puck. Ezel steps up, takes it himself. Ezel, left side of the ice, drop pass for Bledsoe. Takes a one-timer. Good shot by Bledsoe, but it goes just right. Chabot looking for Silcott. Backhand pass about 5 feet away from him. He couldn't get there in time. And that's going to give the Capitals a breakaway opportunity. Those backhand passes, they got to be careful with them. Chabot now, left side of the ice. Good save by Russell on that. Chabot skates it all the way in and goes down right behind the net. Silcott on the right side. He controls it, sends it over D-to-D pass. Ezel trying to settle that puck, and he loses it. Ezel in the corner. They give him time and space. He's going to take it. Stretch pass up to Cammers, who wasn't ready for it, and that one went into the zone, and Flood comes out of the floodgates, hops on the ice, and makes a big hit. So
Gavin, are you good at hockey?
They're going to call roughing on that against Flood. So Flood goes to the box, giving the Capitals their first power play. I'd like to see a chart of the senseless penalties compared to the plus minus on the periods over the last 10 games or so. Raptors trying to get this one out of the zone. Hernandez in the corner, gets it up to the point, and Schulteis jumps in. It comes out of the zone. Schulteis jumps in to try to poke it forward. But the Capitals come away with it. They move the puck to the right and send it off the glass. Rim it around to the left D. Left D looks to stick handle that puck, but Moore steps in, adds pressure. Great defensive play by Moore. And the Capitals trying to set something up. This is a power play. I'll get the clock situated right in a second, but there's about 26 seconds left of a power play for the Capitals. Clock is correct at this point. 14 seconds left on this kill for the Raptors. Defensive zone face-off. Taken by Bledsoe.
He's got to go here.
Seaman up to Snyder. Snyder chips one nice and easy up to Bledsoe. He comes away with it though. Snyder now back to 5-on-5 hockey. Left side of the offensive zone, sends it around, but the Capitals come away with it. And Slater back on the ice. So Slater, Seguin connecting on that D-to-D pass. And then Shabbat sends one into the middle for Snyder. Snyder in the corner, loses it. Capitals coming back this way. Stretch pass to no man's land. No icing. Seguin's got the puck. On the right side of the defensive zone. Capitals add pressure. And Bledsoe, with his quick speed, is able to pick that one up, punch it forward to himself, and he was about one stride away from a breakaway opportunity there. Good pass from Shabbat over to Snyder. Snyder couldn't get the shot off, though. He had room, just couldn't get it off quick enough. Flood takes this face off with Cammers and Saunders. Soden and Ezel back on D. Ezel steps up, keeps that in his zone. Flood had the puck in a high slot and just chipped it kind of to the left of the net. Icing is going to be the call. And this one's coming all the way back down. Capitals send one down the ice, and there was a foot race there. Soden, along with one of the Capitals. Soden goes down hard, but that was just a side effect of the good hard effort from both players. Oh wait, I'm sorry. No, they are going to call something on that. I'm not sure I agree with it, but I'll take it. So the Raptors here I'm not sure they called a roughing or a trip or what they called. I thought that was body to body, but either way, they're in the box. I don't know what they got to talk about here. Yeah, they cleared this up here. It's actually not a penalty. I think what he's telling them is that he waved his arm because it was icing. They didn't quite get to the puck quick enough, and they assumed he was calling a penalty. So there is no power play, and we're back in the offensive zone. Jenkins from the point sends one just wide of the net. Schulteis skates most of the way there. Hernandez shot from the blue line. Good flight pattern, good hard shot, a little bit high. Saved by the goalie. Schulteis whips on a one-timer there on the right side of the offensive zone. And the Capitals come away with it, but they're offsides on that zone entry. Hernandez, Quimby, Schulteis, Silcott, Jenkins on the ice. Puck goes back to Silcott, who gets it out of the zone up to Quimby. Quimby doesn't quite get there, and the Capitals now with the puck. Jenkins actually steps in, adds pressure. Quimby steps back to defense, puts it off the glass, and sends it forward for Hernandez to chase. Capitals intercept it, and they get that one up to the offensive zone, and they get to Silcott. Silcott on that breakout pass didn't connect with Hernandez, and Capitals come away with it and poke it right back into the zone. That one trickles right in front of the net, and then two of the Capitals players tried to make a play on that puck from the point and couldn't. Jenkins now, left side of the ice. Backhands one toward the net, but the Capitals pick it up and they send it down the ice. That's going to be icing again on the Capitals. Capitals win this face-off and bring up the right side of the ice. They cut to the middle, onsides. They turn and fire one. It sails wide of the net, and Moore is there to pick it up. Bledsoe comes away with it and chips it up to Shabbat. Shabbat, Snyder, and Moore all bunched up, but they're able to get that puck into the corner. Shabbat goes in the chase, and there's going to be a whistle here. This is going to be a penalty. They're going to call slashing on the Capitals. So as Chabot goes in, Capitals go in hard with him and dirty. They're riding hard and dirty. So now we got a power play opportunity again. Moore, right side of the ice, chips it into the corner for Snyder. Snyder battles for it and then looks to center it, but the Capitals come away with it. They got a 3-on-2 coming back this way. White, good job positioning himself to block that shot. And now we got Moore hustling to get there. Capitals get there first. And on our power play, the Capitals have control of the puck in the zone. As they make a pass back to their defense. They lose it though, but they still have possession. And finally, they misconnect on a pass, and the Raptors are able to start moving the puck themselves on their power play. White up to Snyder. Snyder to Shabbat. Shabbat centers one, Oh, he had Bledsoe right in front of the net. Bledsoe makes a diving shot attempt, but the goalie makes a great save. Here we come back this way again. This time Sega with speed. Takes it all the way in. Centers one for Schulteis. Schulteis couldn't get a blade on it, but that was a beautiful setup from Noah Seguin. Slater and Seguin still on the ice on D. Hernandez, Quimby, and Schulteis line up on the offensive side of things for the last 5 seconds of this power play. Quimby lines up directly behind Hernandez. Maybe looking for a quick release here. Capitals come away with it. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Jumps in and makes a big hit. Now we got Hernandez with the puck, skating it out of the zone. Schulteis goes right toward him. He needs to spread out, go left, open up the ice a little bit. Shot, good save by the goalie. Rebound opportunity, but nobody was there. And Slater comes away with it, turns and shoots one. Rebound opportunity. This time we are there, and there's a battle in front of the net. No whistle yet. And the puck goes in. Oh, the puck goes in, but the ref puts his hand in the air saying it's not a goal. If it's not a goal, then blow the whistle, moron. That's frustrating. I thought he should have blown the whistle way sooner, and he didn't. But by not blowing the whistle, you're sending a message to these players to keep playing that puck. And then when the puck goes in the net, you can't blow the whistle and say, oh, the play's dead. That's terrible officiating. They're going to tell Quimby here that one of the Raptors players was using his foot to kick at the puck, and that's why it's a no-goal situation. So they saw the puck, and that's why they let him play. But as either Schulteis, actually I think it was Schulteis or Quimby, with that kicking motion is what eventually made that puck go in the net, and that's why they're going to say it's not a goal. So if that's truly what happened, then I withdraw my comment about this ref being a moron. But it felt good to say it, that's for sure. They're going to bring that puck all the way out of the zone. All right, Slater. Looking up, finds Quimby. Quimby, left side of the ice, right to the middle in the offensive zone. He goes down and loses the puck. Slater battling. Oh, wow. Slater throws a hit, and Hernandez was on the other side of the player that Slater hit. So you ever see one of those pendulum toys on a desk? That's what happened, and then Hernandez goes down. So Slater took Hernandez down through another player. That was kind of funny. All right, back to hockey. Seguin turns and fires one. It goes low, and the defenseman uses his foot to make that save. Now the Capitals with a zone entry, 2-on-2. Good job by Quimby to block that shot. Sega looks up. He's got Flood. Flood races to get into the corner. Oh! Humongous hit by Flood in the corner. Holy cow. They're going to put Flood in the box for this one. And I'll be shocked if they don't give him a 2-10 on that. That whistle was in the process of being blown for, I believe, an icing. And Flood was behind the player, and right when it crossed the line, and they were blowing the whistle, Flood just plowed him. Let's see what they call here. Coach Flood is over there talking to his son in the penalty box. There is not going to be a 2 and 10, it looks like, and this is, wait a minute. They stopped the play, so that is probably the situation here. Coaching staff needs to, what are we doing, boys? I'm going to get this penalty on the board here. So this is just going to be actually it's a double. I'll get the clock right here in a second. This is going to be a double minor on Flood. That's going to be a 3-minute penalty. Shabbat, left side of the ice. Able to backhand one. Save made by the goalie. Now the Capitals on their power play. Good poke check by Soden, and Shabbat comes away with it. This time he decides just to poke it up the ice. And that's going to be an icing. Face-off taken by Bledsoe. Capitals shot from the point. Pad save by Russell. Now Slater plays with the puck in the corner. Is that Slater? I'm sorry, that's Silcott. Plays with it for a minute and then sends it up the ice for Bledsoe. Bledsoe has it. He's in the corner, looking to find someone to pass it to. Needs to go back to his point or center it, and he centers it. Just another one to Schulteis, who had a good look at that net, and great save made by the goalie. Schulteis goes down, going after the puck, and Bledsoe now 1-on-2 going into the zone, goes left and then turns, reverses it, and takes a nasty hit. A clean hit, but a nasty one on the left side of the ice. That's the downside about making a move like that. Whenever you stop your momentum, you're a sitting duck for a defenseman who's been tracking you correctly. If he has not been, you can make that move and get around him, but when you make that hard stop in reverse, if he's tracking you correctly, he's got you lined up and he'll just take you down. That's exactly what happened. Shabbat now takes this face off. Capitals setting something up. Or not. End of the period, third period coming your way in just a second.
And it was saved by
Ice and why they're running? I don't know. Oh wait, is it? Oh, it's Caps. Wait. Oh, is this like a lower team? I don't think it's a little cat. I think it's Cats and Cats. Is this like 12 Cats and Cats? I think it's 12 Cats and Cats. Guys, 12 Cats and Cats.
Is this second period? Is this second period?
It says third. Oh, that's not
Started third.
Oh, it's only 13-minute periods? Nah. Okay, this is fine. They actually ran the player.
All right, third period hockey coming your way. Good hard shot by Shabbat. That's going to be a goal for the Raptors. Caught the goalie sleeping a little bit, as well as the Capitals defense. Y'all, I apologize if I did not have the camera in a position where you could have seen that goal. But the good news is the Raptors have tied this up at 1. And over on the right side of the ice, Snyder chipped it up to Shabbat, who took a hard shot from a really tough angle and found a little gap to the left side of the blocker of this goalie, and that one went in the net. So we got a 1-1 game here. Moore now, high slot, sends it in. Snyder puts it on net. Save made by the Capitals goalie. And Moore with that D-to-D pass over to White. White looks up and he's got Snyder. Snyder, oh, sends it over to Shabbat, but it was right behind him. Moore steps in to help out. Good hard skating by Moore. Still skating by Moore. Moore going coast to coast into the corner there, but then jumps back in his position on D. Loose puck right in the high slot, nobody there. I think Shabbat was going for a change. White. Pass is intercepted coming out of the zone. Backhand pass from Moore over to Schulteis. And that one stays in the zone. Moore. Oh, good hard shot. Too much playing with the puck by the Raptors, and that gave them a scoring opportunity. Good save by Russell. But that was a dangerous play there. We need to skate with the puck and control it while our other teammates get to open ice and give us some options. Seguin rims it around to Quimby. Quimby's got the puck and just chips it up the ice to the defense. Capitals now moving it up the ice, trying to get an entry. They're in. They keep it in. Tough to see from this angle, but now the Capitals have it. And they use the boards to move that puck up the ice. Uh-oh. Physical play there by Seguin. It's clean though, no call. Seguin sends it around to Quimby. Quimby blows a tire and goes down. And there must have been some shenanigans here behind the net. As I was tracking the puck, I didn't see it. That's going to be Schulteis wrapping up with one of the Capitals players. They're going to give a roughing call to the Capitals. So the Raptors now with another power play opportunity. And let's see if we can't do something here with this. As this game is tied in the third period, I can't think of a more important time than right now to capitalize on this opportunity. Hey, Noah's having a good game. Capitals put their ringers on the ice, I'm sure. Hard, fast skating by the Capitals into the zone. Shot sails wide. Now they're adding pressure. Jamming us back into our own zone. Slater, shoulder checks, looks up.
Guys gotta hustle!
Loses it. And the Capitals send it right back around behind the net. Bledsoe, left side of the ice, chips it up to himself. Hernandez comes in behind him. And now Bledsoe controls the puck, finds Hernandez, returns and fires one. Save made. Puck's in the corner, and Schulteis is right in front of the net. They try to find Schulteis. Actually, that was a rebound opportunity for Schulteis. He couldn't score. Good save by the goalie. And then loose puck, goalie falls on it. And ices and freezes that one. So all around change here. Shabbat, Snyder, Bledsoe on the ice. Bledsoe stays. Shabbat, Snyder join him. Ezel and Soden back on D. Capitals come away with it. 2-on-2. Coming back our way. Capitals, nice pass. They couldn't collect that one and get a shot off, though. And behind the net, Soden battles for it and comes away with it. Now Shabbat. He's got Bledsoe with him over the blue line. Drop pass for Bledsoe. Bledsoe turns and fires one. Snyder standing over top of the goalie as the goalie makes the save. That goalie only comes up to about the waist of Snyder. But he was ready to put down that rebound as soon as it fell, but it never fell. Great job by the goalie maintaining his composure and keeping that puck. Snyder turns and fires one, deflected up and over the net. And now Shabbat behind the net, battling for it. Sends it into the corner for Bledsoe. Comes back this way. Shabbat looks for a D-to-D pass to his defense. And just barely got it there in time. Now Bledsoe behind the net. Snyder's battling in front of the net. Shabbat behind the net. Over to Bledsoe. That cross ice passing laterally behind the net. Trying to get their defense split up, moving around a little bit, but didn't work out. I like the idea, though. Now you got the Capitals with the puck. They turn and shoot one. Save by Russell. Rebound opportunity, but she realizes it and then falls down on it. So you can tell her emotions are getting a little high. And with that, Snyder's going to go to the box. So I didn't see exactly what he did, but you can tell the refs are trying to send a message here for both these teams to calm it down a little bit. Hernandez, White, Schulteis and Moore on the net. Oh, Hernandez tried to kick that puck to himself up and out of the zone, and didn't work out for him. If he had, he would have had a whole sheet of ice in front of him. Now White looks up, gets that puck out of the zone. Great job by Moore on that poke check. And then Moore brings it all the way himself into the zone and turns and puts it behind the net. So a good hustle there by Moore to make that poke check and then turn it into an offensive opportunity. Here come the Capitals, left side of the ice. In the corner. They center one. Great play there by White, who lifts the stick of the right winger. And then another sliding block on a shot from the point. We saw one of those last weekend from Hernandez. We saw it from White just now. It's good to see that commitment. And now White battling hard in the corner. He's really come alive compared to his play last weekend coming off that injury. Shot on net by Moore all the way from behind the goal line, giving the Raptors a chance to get a change without wasting the time of a basketball, I would say, in the power play or the penalty kill, but it's over now. Slater skates this one into the zone, but Bledsoe was offsides. So Snyder's back on the ice after that time he spent in the penalty box. Never mind, he's going to the bench. Silcott lines up on the offensive side of things for this face-off. Silcott, Saunders, and Cammers. I'm wondering if Flood might see the rest of the game from the Pine based on those penalties. And Slater having some fun of his own down there by the net. I'm not sure if he called the penalty or not, but the ref is talking to Slater about his play on that puck, and then by the sad look on Liam's face, it looks like he's headed to the box for a couple of minutes. They're going to give a roughing on Slater. And again, we find ourselves late in the third with senseless penalties. Hopefully we can do something about it with this penalty kill line on. Shabbat, Seguin, Snyder, and Soden. Capitals send the puck into the net. Into the slot. Trying to get a good shot up and close, but Russell makes the save. Capitals with the puck. Moving it through the neutral zone, they're offsides, but they get right back on before they bring the puck in. Soden chips this one up to the left side. Now we got the Capitals screaming back in. They got speed. They chased it hard into the corner. Then they swing it across the ice. And they send one right into the middle. Good job by Soden breaking up that play. Uh-oh. Right into the middle. Snyder collapses on him. Soden goes down in the corner. Capitals come away with it. They turn and shoot one. Goes wide. Sega battling in the corner. Capitals with the puck in the corner. Soden steps in and the general takes it away. Snyder now with the puck, but they're collapsing on him. Probably should have poked that one forward just to get it out of the play. Fortunately, we kill off another penalty. And Shabbat turns and fires one on the other end of the ice. Shots blocked. Ezel's got it, but half his team is offsides. Snyder gets back, but not quite in enough time. That's going to be offsides. So we just passed the 5-minute mark. We have 5-on-5 hockey. Let's see if we can finish this game 5-on-5 and hopefully on the winning side of things. Silcott takes this face off. Capitals come away with it and they look to center it. That goes around behind the net. Jenkins back behind the net, battling for it. It's a scrum. Capitals come away with it. In the corner. In close, in tight. Out to the point. Turn, they fire one. Goes to the far corner. Capitals send one in, and that one from that tough angle trickles right to the pads of Russell, who makes the save and freezes the puck. Raptors go for a change. Hernandez, Schulteis, and Quimby on the ice. Capitals were able to break this one up and chip it right back in the zone, but they were still offsides. Hernandez. Quimby over to White. White looks up to Schulteis. He had one hand on his stick, fumbled that pass, and Moore, fortunately, comes away with it. White hustles back. And the Capitals send one in. Behind the net, Moore reverses the puck. Great hands and speed by Moore. And that puck comes out of the zone. White controls it, looks up to Schulteis. Schulteis, oh, he gets it, but then he just flips it right to the other team. He had more time than I think he realized. Now Schulteis looks over to Hernandez. And the Raptors not controlling the puck very well. A little bit of offsides. Shabbat, Snyder, Bledsoe, Seguin, and Slater. Another offsides. That one came out and then deflected off of Slater's skates forward into the zone, so not much we can do to avoid that one. Shabbat, wins it back to Slater, but that puck was bouncing and it gets behind him. Capitals take advantage of it, and they are able to score. So they beat Slater, and then took a tough angle shot, went top shelf on Russell. So that's a series of unfortunate events. If you're a Raptors fan, no harm, no foul. It was just a bouncing puck that came back to Slater and then got behind him. So that's just really kind of a tough pill to swallow, but we have to. Capitals up 2-1. 3 minutes to go. Bledsoe. He's got Snyder. Snyder turns and fires one. That shot is actually blocked and it trickles right in front of the goalie and makes the save. Now we're on the point and Sega sends it in. Good forecheck. Pressure by Snyder, but the Capitals skate through it. Left side of the ice, they chip one in. Seguin is there to pick it up. And then Snyder helps them get it up the ice. This Snyder, Shabbat, Bledsoe line has got to be getting tired with the ice time they've seen here at the end. Sega goes side to side across the ice. Shabbat drops one to Bledsoe, who fires one. And another shot there by Shabbat. Save. Back. Save. Oh, we got third man in. Don't retaliate, boys. Don't retaliate. They're going to call the penalty. Don't retaliate. We need this right now. Please tell me they're going to call that. That would potentially have been a penalty. It maybe still is. I don't know what they're going to do here. You know, I got to be honest. That was a penalty, but we retaliated, and I think the refs got caught up in just breaking up the scrum. So if we hadn't retaliated, that might have been an opportunity here for us to get a power play at the end. Nope. All right. Well, 5-on-5 hockey. Hernandez has Schulteis with him. And Quimby. Capitals come away with it. They go up the right side of the ice. Good hit there by Seguin. And now Seguin takes it himself up the right side. He loses it right in front of the camera. Capitals add pressure. Capitals still have it. And they send it up the ice. No icing. They've got it in the corner. Quimby controls it and looks to chip it out of the zone. Capitals are there to keep it in. They rim it around for Slater. Slater looks up to Schulteis. 1:20 left on the clock. Raptors struggling to get the puck out of their zone. Soden now in the corner. Looks up to Quimby. Quimby battles for it. Loses it on the point. Goes and gets it back. And then Quimby goes down. Slater steps up. Schulteis grabs it and loses it. Quimby helps out. Jumps in. He's got the puck. Russell is still in the net. We still got 5-on-5 hockey. All right, Raptors with 40 seconds left. Russell still in net. Hernandez up the right side of the ice. Into the zone. Russell still in net. Oh, Bledsoe kind of misconnection on that pass on receiving it. Sorry to go back and forth on you here, but that's the way the game's going. Bledsoe with the puck. Down on his knees. Sends it into the zone. 10 seconds left. Russell still in net. Shabbat in the corner. That's going to do it here for game number 1 as the Raptors fall 1-2 against the Capitals. And good hard-fought game by both teams. The puck is not always going to bounce your way, and it did not bounce our way on that breakaway opportunity that sealed the deal for the Capitals. Next game, sometime around 8 o'clock or so tonight, somewhere in there. Just check your sports engine and you'll see. And we'll see you guys there. Thanks for joining us.